The fact that you think you're not wanted or loved doesn't mean you're not loved. The fact that you feel lonely doesn't mean that you're lonely. The fact that you are alone in this moment doesn't mean you are lonely. So when we dive in a topic of loneliness, obviously that would lead us to many different portals. And for the sake of this experience that we're having here, I would like to be very precise and make this very simple. One may find its way in life by continuously exploring what's out there. And exploring what's out there means exploring also what's within, because it's much easier for something external to trigger something internal than something internal to cause you something external. At least this is the belief we have held for the last few years, that something outside must happen for me to take action and do something. And it's true if you are dependent on that external validation, or you are dependent on what your physical eye can see, what you can touch, you feel like you're externally motivated. That was my case for many years. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm more internal motivated or external motivated. But the deeper I go within, I realize it's all about internal motivation. And once you figure out how you can change how you feel and how you can go from sad to happy, or how you can go from angry to excited, because you understand that emotion of anger can cause similar feelings or sensations than the emotion of excitement. So the more you become used to that idea that you don't need to be always externally motivated, that you don't need to rely always on the external to move forward, but you create your energy, that you, as this powerhouse, have the ability to create your own shit. I mean, I hope you're not up to create shit. I hope you're learning how to create beauty from within, and that you're able to create beautiful things inside so you can project that beauty that you were creating inside. When they say the plant is growing or the tree is growing, a lot of the times they focus on the external factors that makes a tree to grow, right? You have to water it. You have to cut the stuff that's not really good for the tree to continue to grow on its own. But when we're talking about the tree that is from within, and that place from within that you are continuously growing every day by, that's going to lead us to a different conversation. So how do you grow that tree from within? You grow that tree from within by sending love, by inviting love. Love is indeed the highest and the most powerful feeling or energy or thing that can rewire one's brain, one's mind, one's soul. And when you're not addicted also to the idea that you need to be in love in order to be happy, or that you need to be in love in order to feel all those like good emotions, that is also easier, because love and attachment don't go well together. So love is freedom. I would like to say that love equals freedom, and love needs space to flow freely without stuff. You know what I'm saying? When we hold on to stuff, it feels like pure love doesn't flow freely. So what do? We realize that we gotta let go of the things that are preventing true love from flowing from in them. And it's a battle on a daily basis because you got to a point where you feel like, oh, my relationships are in harmony. I love myself. I love everyone. And all it takes is like one big thing to hit you. So you're like, oh no, this happened and you still want me to cultivate love within when this anger is devastating me and it's coming from a deep place from within, or is it coming from the outside? And that puts you in a kind of duality, whether that anger that you're experiencing is coming from the event itself that you've experienced, or the thing that has been already inside and was simply triggered. Because if life is a reflection of our internal world, then life will continue to show things that need to pay attention that you've been holding on. And I have already came to this conclusion. So this is not really belief based, it's experiential based. As I continue to find myself and find a place to feel home, and I mean in my body. So I'm not constantly moving, trying to feel safe, accepted, and loved, but I'm trying to find a way to feel inside safety, love, and acceptance. Even when I feel like shit, even when things don't feel like they're going well, I can still feel like I'm at peace and I'm at home. Just like when you go home and you go sleep, the world seems to be falling apart, like falling in pieces, and you are home, right? You have the idea in your head that this place that you are occupying physically is your home. So this is a really great example or a great analogy of how you can continue to explore what's like to find home in yourself. What is it like to find love from within? What is it like to find this place of acceptance from within? That way, you're never going to be slaved over the external world anymore. The external world will continue, will keep flowing, will, you know, things will continue, will always happen. Like you, as this source that you are, you will be attracting things. But it sounds much easier, or at least it's much easier to believe that when you are cultivating positivity inside, then you're going to attract positivity. And sometimes when you are cultivating a lot of positivity inside, you might attract some darkness too. If you've studied a little bit of physics and chemistry, you understand that positives and negatives can go well together, or at least they seem to go well together until you really hit a certain point, right? Maybe you've dated someone who was very negative when you were at your most positive state, and their negativity didn't seem to affect you because you were really comfortable with that positivity. You didn't feel like the negativity was affecting you, but you were adding something to this being, to this person, because that was your mission, that was your purpose at that time, until you realize that chemistry wasn't going so well as it started. And something was taking out of you, and you were not able to cultivate that positivity because you were just doing this on your own. And the other person wasn't doing this on their own. So what's the point, right? To Continue to cultivate your positivity when somebody else is taking that away from you. But again, this is not what this conversation is about. I'm also not gonna lean towards going past breakups and past regrets in our lives, because I don't even believe at the idea of regret. Regret, it's only real when your belief is fixated in the idea that if you hadn't done something, or if something hadn't happened, then something else would be different. Therefore, you should regret that situation, that event, that thing. But if we are talking about cultivating home and continue to water this beautiful tree that lives in us, then there's no space for regret, right? Because love and regret don't go well together. The frequencies are not even a match. So the beauty of life is to continue to explore these different gates that leads us back to ourselves. And some of the gates you open might seem threatening, might scare you. And it feels like I want to run away just for the sake of peace. Because you also start doing things in the name of peace and in the name of love. And when it comes to doing things in the name of peace, in the name of love, you want to use your free will and your ability to control things to make things go on your highest good or for your win. But it's not that easy to keep controlling life in a way that things always seems to be favorable, or yeah, favorable on your side. Because for the time you continue to control and try to make things in your way, you're also going to be slave of your own sense of controlling. And controlling does not match with freedom and love. And if we're talking about love and opening space for love, then we're left with this word, surrender. The word surrender means I'm just going to let things be, yet I'm going to continue to do my best. Does that mean if you feel something like really bad is about to happen, for example, you're walking on the street, I don't even want to throw the start on you, but just for the sake of this conversation, if you feel like you're in danger and you are able to save yourself, are you gonna save yourself from this event, from feeling threatened? Or are you gonna just let it happen because now you're learning how to cultivate going with the flow of life and surrendering to everything that happens? I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to save myself because I know it's within my control. So this is when you know that it's okay to do what it takes to protect yourself, because the universe is showing you, at first place, these are the evidence that you might be in danger and you need to protect yourself. However, not all times this evidence is the truth. And this is when things get a little lost. Our belief system can work against us, and we sometimes will call our belief system God or guidance or divine intervention, when sometimes our belief system is just fucked up based on how we were programmed in our childhood, based on the environment you live in, the things you listen to a lot and gets kind of placed in your brain. And that, I would say, is what messed up a little bit with our ability to feel like present at all times in life and feel connected and feel like our intuition is safe. It's a safe place to trust. And if I have this impulse to make that phone call or have this thought to go left, when I should go right, I could follow. Our belief system generates thoughts. So it's almost like you have that feeling, a strong feeling to do something, and then immediately it gets backtrapped by a negative thought. Or sometimes you're not able to explore that feeling, that intuition for long enough because the belief system carries on so much in regards to that particular event or situation. And that's when it's like, whoa, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I finish this thing that I was gonna do? Why did I run from it? And this is when meditation comes in handy. With meditation, you are able to go deeper and deeper and explore within fear against love, or what many may call God against the devil, or what many may call duality, or what many may call inner battles, inner conflicts. So these conflicts are blessings. They should occur so you can start to become aware that there is another place, your shadows, there is a place within you that you can't simply ignore and just trust that love will flow freely at all times, because this place is present within everyone. And obviously, this leads me to even a deeper topic that um, I'm probably going to save it for another video. But the truth is, you are not in control at all times. Your limitations when it comes to free will, your free will goes this far. When somebody else's will is in place and there's a field that is formed by this interaction, things also change. But be careful, because maybe if you're feeling confused lately and stagnated or not really moving and scared of many things that like if you look at with clarity, you see like there's no really a reason for me to feel scared of this or confused about this. This might mean that the free will of others, or the energies that you have been engaging with lately, or the entities you've been in agreement with, the energies of these entities could be placed in your field. Now, you may also flow freely with these energies and believe they are working for your highest good, but sometimes they are not. I have seen this for myself. I've been feeling lately more like a result as opposed to a singular entity, because when something else is in place in an energetic field, and it doesn't matter where you are physically, but energetically this happens. And even like in the condominium you live in, at the gym, um anywhere you go, basically you're coming from a place and you're feeling like, oh, this is myself, I'm just doing fine, this is what I was meant to do, this is exactly what I was meant to be. But guess what? The moment sometimes that something interacts with it, I mean, another particle is interacting on this field, when things change and you lose control and you're like, wait, what's going on here? I'm losing myself. I'm not feeling like I was feeling anymore. Why is this even happening? And that confusion is happening internally, subconsciously, when you're not aware of it. And you know when you're not aware of it? When you just sucked in that place called your head. When you're just in your head. That's right. When you're in your heart, it's easy to recognize this phenomenon to happen, like this event happening. And yeah, you can continue to flow freely like you were doing. Like you can be aware that something has shifted, that your frequency was maybe it's like going right as opposed to left, or it's increasing or is it increasing. But when you start to control and resist what is, this is when things get pretty bad. And I'm here to tell you that I'm tired of resisting. I'm tired of controlling. I'm tired of seeing so much negativity when deeper within, I see so much love when I'm on my own space, but I can't control that love from other people. So if they can't feel it, if they are not acting from the same place as I am, I have the right to leave. I have the free will to engage in places and events that I want to engage with. However, it's not always up to me. Because, like I said, somebody else's free will can be so strong that they can make you to do something that you wouldn't do it if it wasn't for their free will. So, do we have free will? Yes, I know. It's limited, but it's also infinite. This might not even make sense. How can something be limited yet in a place of infinity? So that's probably a better way to say that in a world of infinity possibilities, your free will is limited. Because although from a place of limitless, from a place of being fearless, from a place of no one else can stop me, I could do anything against a place that others' free will can stop you, that some of the things you want might interfere with others. And if they are not in agreement with it, then this thing that you want is not easily occurring. It's not easily achievable or manageable. And this is why when we pray and want to learn how to manifest and really tap into this field of infinity possibilities, we use the following prayer. If this is for the highest good of others and for my own as well, then please God, allow this to happen. And for the last few years, I've explored, the blessings I have being able to receive in this life. Most of them were related to others. There was something good happening also for other people. The small things I've been granted to accomplish or receive, some of those blessings that were more specific towards my own as opposed to others, even those, if I look deeper, I would see that it was also related to others. There was nothing only, it was never about me only, but about this place of wholeness. This place of wholeness is tied into others. So I'm gonna leave this with this video with the question. What are you tired of resisting? What would life be if you completely stopped controlling? What are you ready to let go so love can flow freely? Thank you.